A.D.V.I.S.S. Freestyle Sundays, season 9. Got you dwelling on the past. Reliving these moments in the past. It really just makes you wanna bask in every part in the sensation. But it's a sin to stay in this place, son. You gotta keep pushing straight forward. Let it think of be another dime or some food for thought to be spoiled. If you just waste all of your time grimacing at the future without even trying to understand the past, and just let it drift past because you're standing like a layman, but really you're saying that this is layman. This place in life is just vacant. You haven't made it so spacious because you feel so claustrophobic. The way that I hold it, they should notice. It's more like a phobia by the way you're folding, because you all think about it last. You're always right there just dwelling on the past. Emotions are heavy in the bag, crippling your thoughts and acts. The trauma's making you sad, got you dwelling on the past. But I make these moves then shift past. I make these moves then shift past. I make these moves then shift past. I ain't gonna be dwelling on the past. Yeah, Andy, are you okay? Tom, are you well? But time will tell if you keep moving forward. Don't let it be a spell that holds you back. I'm dispelling the fact that you ain't always gotta dwell on the past. Just understand it, man. Let it move forward and act. Enact a new lifestyle. Put your mind and your mental into it and make it right now. If not, then you'll still be there, thinking that, yo, man, the source is here. The source is within, so go ahead and source it out, so you can see how it is within a drought. It makes you feel hydrated, but really while you hiding, they all saying this list is becoming so enormous. Everything I'm doing, man, I strike to store this A.D.V.I.S., giving them the peace and portion to show them that we needed some peace in these portions and everything around just to get it at the table. We gon' do this now cause Cain wasn't able, but really I'm able to hit back. Don't get stuck when you dwelling on the past. Emotions are heavy in the bag, crippling your thoughts and acts. The trauma's making you sad, got you dwelling on the past. But I make these moves and shift past. I make these moves then shift past. I make these moves then shift past. I ain't gonna be dwelling on the past. I can't really dwell on that, the veil on that, but really lift the veil on that to tell them how I see the nines and they well in that. Sometimes it's sitting there and then it's 9 and stack, cause you stack them up, now you see how it all loads. And now you see it's a snowball effect, of course, coming down a slope. Now you see the avalanche, and I ain't gotta do this, man, I have to plant my feet straight firm to move forward the marching. Really gonna do this, they think I'm a Martian, coming from a city and place out the Loston, even though they say he couldn't even rep Compton. It's more like hawthorn, but it's like a thorn in your side. When you sit down and subside just to let it be a sub to your life. Really can't let that be a substitute. The one with two, but really it's the one aloof. I move and loose, don't really have to act aloof. I use the tool to let it be cool, but really this is how it is. Lifting on the lays and make it biz, but really it's what you gotta make it, kid. Cause if not, then you'll be a stick down in the ground dwelling on it then. Emotions are heavy in the bag, crippling your thoughts and acts. The trauma's making you sad, got you dwelling on the past. But I make these moves then shift past. I make these moves then shift past. I make these moves then shift past. I ain't gonna be dwelling on the past cause I make these moves then shift past. I make these moves then shift past. I make these moves then shift past. I ain't gonna be dwelling on the past. Yeah, y'all, it's all good to understand the past, which is your history, so you can keep moving forward, but don't stay there for a long time. You don't want to become a former shell of your glory in yourself. So dwell on the past, but you got to get past. Peace. Peace and love, y'all. It's your brother A.D.V.I.S. back with another Know About Me. And for today's Know About Me, I'm going to talk about being the only child. So, as a kid, growing up into my adult years now, I have been the only child. So that means it's only been just me and my mom. That's it. Of course, all my other immediate family, but in the household, it's just been me and my mom. And for me, there were a lot of pros as well as cons of being an only child. First pro, being an only child at the time, of course, you get all the attention, get the gifts, you get all the love and affection, and you're the only one that gets just about everything that you can. But at the same time, the con to that is you have none of that to share with anybody, especially if you want to, as well as you have so much ample time being alone because you don't have anybody to grow up with besides, of course, your immediate family. If you have any cousins and nieces and all those other things, but in your own household, it's just you and your parent or parents. In my case, it's just me and my mom. But I will say, growing up an only child, it was difficult in some instances just because of the fact that I've had that energy and also that desire to be a bigger brother to a sibling, and I never got the chance to do so. So I searched for that outside of myself, whether if that was with extended family, whether if that was when I was at school, like taking on big brother roles and like showing people around, like wanting to support was just innately a part of me. And it was a little difficult at first being the only child, but as I got through and pushed forward, it was, understood it for what it was and started to become, of course, okay with it. But when you look around, it's just like, dang, it's just me. What else to do besides build up a brotherhood, build up a community, and be able to move forward from there? So that's really a lot of the stuff that I did as an only child is like I really outsourced and found other people either similar to myself or that, again, I could have something to relate to and feel supported in a particular way. Because at the same time, again, being only child, there's a lot of stuff that I was not able to experience, being able to do, as well as, I'll say this right now, the biggest caveat I will say for myself, I am still without a family or children of my own, and being the only child, that's one of the biggest pressures is bringing the family lineage further on by having kids, and you're the only one. So if you don't, that's it. Family line ends. I know kind of got a dark turn for a sec, but it's just the reality of things of being the only child and having to also be able to be the only one that your parents will rely on as they grow older in their age and really being there for them. So again, there's a lot of pros and cons. I am the only child of my mother. It's just me and her in the household. If y'all got more questions on it, you can definitely share it, put it down in the comments. I do appreciate y'all staying and listening to me and learning more about me if you want to. If not, it's all good. And other than that, I've been your brother A.D.V.I.S. This is Freestyle Sundays, Season 9. I'm feeling well. Hopefully y'all feeling fine. We're going to keep it moving and keep it pushing because dwelling on the past is a heavy task. And if you do it for a long time, you don't know how long it will last. Peace. The aliens.